Revelio.
I don't know why you don't just get a snitch from inside.
Because I told you, I can transfigure one. I've seen her do it, it's true. Soon get us a snitch. Non-verbal spells are very difficult. And risky. You could never do one.
Arresto momentum. Accio.
I didn't do anything, madam.
Nobody is getting punished. Bar perhaps a little cleanup of the ground. But if this happens again, it'll be a most gruesome detention.
Yes, Madam Kagawa.
Marvelous dedication to the sport.
I told you she was good, didn't I? You should see her with a cookpot.
The school is indebted to you. Who knows what would have happened with the Loyalists if you hadn't been there?
She's a little liar. Last week, I performed a knee reversal hex on a second year. It was an utter triumph.
Anyone in the wizarding world could outdo the best a muggle has to offer any day.
As far as I can see, the only potion worth learning is sleeping draft. Best time for the history of magic. Never hurts if it's in your family, though.
If what's in your family?
Talking prowess. I think some people think it's hardly worth studying for potions.
Have you ever had a cauldron leap? I didn't think it was possible. And then one minute, I was stirring, and the next, I was swimming in wolfsbane potion. Sharp almost threw his wand at me, I swear. Turned out, I just spilt my flask. Wasn't my fault. I once flew to Ipswich and back. Yes, I did. Don't look at me like that. I've seen all the moors. Every one of them. They all look the same.
I don't know why Sharp's always referring to standard ingredient.
I hated learning banishment.
Never had such a busy.
I just know we were finally going to do it.
What?
I tried a knee reversal hex on that small huddle. I found it rather boring, although, in all fairness, it only partially worked, which did look awfully strange.
Try riding a hippogriff. You'll soon learn that Kagawa's techniques are lacking practical uses.
I shrunk my mother once. I did. Don't give me that look. You weren't there.
Showing off is a muggle trait. You don't see that sort of behavior in the wizarding world.
Well, Madame Kagawa said she's never seen anyone with such form on a broom. She even had the rest of the class watch me to see how it's done.
Nobody can do a hex like me, and I dare you to prove me wrong. You saw that first year with the engorged head. That was me.
It warms my heart to see your interest in herbology, dare
Oh
I
no,
say.
Sir Fitzroy!
Blossom.
My toad! He's left me!
It's only her
There
toad,
he
silly.
is.
Perhaps some explanation is in order.
It was only a toad
nothing.
in the family.
If it had been my toad, it'd still...
One at a time,
It was only her
please.
toad, Professor.
You telltale. It was not.
Levioso.
Oh, Fitzroy, you naughty boy.
See, I told you.
Now in future, perhaps we can spend our time on more meaningful activities than causing a commotion. I wouldn't want to see you lose house points. Although, I will say, excellent toad. Got a good spring to him.
If it's seeds I'm after, I'll always go for the magic meat. I've upset Madam Green one too many times now. She won't soon be welcoming me back to Dogweed and Deathcap.
My aunt says I should get to Hogsmeade as often as I can. Says it's good to get out of the castle sometimes.
Anyone been into Albie Weeks' shop lately? I'm always looking for an excuse to go to Spintwitch's, even if I can't afford a new broom. I'd spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could.
The last time I was at Dogweed and Deathcap, Madam Green had everything from Dittany seeds to shrivel figs. Just be careful not to upset her though, or she might set a venomous tentacular on you. Anyone fancy going to Brood and Peck with me? I've been wanting to go for ages. My friend said they have very high quality feathers, and I need one from my Jobberknoll. Can't remember why.
I could spend all my galleons of honeydukes, and just on fizzing Whizbees. Nothing beats a leisurely evening flight.
If you lean forward on your broom just right, you can get an incredible burst of speed.
Why do we even have flying if Professor Black cancelled Quidditch?
The best way to learn how to fly a broomstick is by trial and error. In my case, it was a lot of error.
I'd make a fine keeper, with a bit more practice.
Wouldn't it be one more? I thought about transferring to both back.
Professor Hackett is an enigma.
Wow, you turned out to be something of a hero, didn't you?
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear it's true.
What does it matter whether we even do our homework? I just want to be a baker on Carnaby Street. I don't think that even requires magic.
I've been tempted to say I lost my wand just to get out of Weasley's assignments. How's that for transfiguration?
Not sure we should study for the astronomy exam in the library. Might be better off outdoors where we can see the stars.
The only place I'm able to concentrate is in the library. It's also somewhat exciting waiting for the inevitable breach of silence.
I can't seem to master the Wiggenweld potion. Perhaps my stirring technique's a bit off.
Yes, but what good is knowledge, when you really think about it?
There was a rumour that if you knocked on the barrels...
Someone was practicing with a broken wand in the common room last night. Looked like a war had broken out.
Hogwarts is a fine school, don't you think?
Brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
I managed to conjure a hedgehog once, but it disappeared after a few minutes. Shame. I used to like transfiguration, but now it seems to be getting awfully complicated. My cousin was transfigured into a mouse by an older bully last year. Took hours to get her to come out from under the bed. My mother adored transfiguration when she was in school. I'm sure she's disappointed that I'm so terrible at it.
The chairs in the common room are too comfortable. Closed my eyes for 2 seconds the other day. Woke up 2 hours after charms.
Every time I'm there, everyone falls asleep. I don't think that's what a common room is for.
I bet garlic had a say in it. Why else would...
While I remember, don't forget to give me that book on ancient runes. Or in case I don't see you...
Why study in the common room when you can be outside in the fresh air? I'd rather be in the courtyard than a musty old library any day.
My older sister came here. Said she carved her initials into the fireplace of our common room. But I think she made it up. Professor Hecat is an enigma. I think she used to work for the Ministry. Wonder how she ended up here.
Nothing to be learned at Hogwarts that one cannot learn out in the world. Of course, there's something to be said for eating the house elf's quince pie whilst learning.
Madame Scribner doesn't tolerate any nonsense, so I find the library's the best place for concentration, as long as she doesn't hear you breathe.
I say, teach me everything going. In fact, if Hecat doesn't hurry up and teach me the Imperious Curse, I swear I shall get on that train and go home.
What does it matter whether we even do our homework? I just want to be a baker on Carnaby Street. I don't think that even requires magic.
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear it's true.
I used to write to my parents. Remember the last time I sent them an owl? I wonder if they know I'm still alive.
Once, my sister sent me a howler simply because I brought one of her scarves to school with me. She never even wears it.
So many letters arrive every day, and none of them is ever for me.
I can't imagine receiving a howler, especially in front of the whole school during a feast.
Wish I'd brought a pet owl to school. Don't misunderstand, I adore my toad. At least somewhat. Don't suppose you want a toad?
I hope to have an owl of my own one day.
Do all of the professors have their own owls? I imagine they must send a lot of letters. Likely to the ministry.
My family's owl is getting too old. Half of the letters end up in the local pond. It's impossible to do all of the homework they give you. I think they do it on purpose.
That reminds me. Did Scribner say we could borrow the book overnight? Or that we'd get detention if we had it out overnight?
Amit Takar is already studying for owls. No wonder he doesn't have any friends.
It all baffles me. Take Moonstone. Whoever came up with using Moonstone in a potion?
I'm not going to lose any more sleep over my potions homework. Brewed myself a sleeping draft just to be sure.
If I transfigure my poor toad into a goblet one more time, I think he's going to insist he stay that way.
Well, I've yet to understand how one is expected to do the homework for Bin's class, since that would require staying awake for it.
I'm still struggling with antidotes. It's startling to me that so many of them use mandrakes. I'll be sure never to go into that line of work.
The only place I'm able to concentrate is in the library. It's also somewhat exciting waiting for the inevitable breach of silence.
Professor Howland's going to quiz us on rare water beasts next week. Can't wait to tell her I actually saw a Kelpian island over the summer.
Think they're all so clever. Easy gets the best one ever.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.